Hi, like, subscribe, and want a high five. Welcome back to the African Crypto Warlord Show. Today we're going to be looking into the C.I.A stock. Don't worry, I have their number on speed dial. I won't be committing suicide. Put it that way. Okay, we're going to get into it. 90-day. Sorry, for those that are new here, there'll be timestamps. One of them will be the thumbnail, but I'm going to keep it at one. It'll more than likely be the 3-hour time frame. Now we're going to go from 90-day to the 1 minute. From there, what I've been able to figure out with the stocks, at least that's tradable, timeframes. The higher term timeframes are cool and stuff, give us a nice perspective longer term, but it's more shit for like what's happening 2 weeks from now. So I've been able to pretty much see how the intraday coins are playing with the higher term timeframe codes, and I've become very specific. They're 15, 45, and 3-hour coins for stocks. Sorry, I keep on hitting this thing. So those are going to be my main timeframes that I would like to look at. And then, like, that's just for next week. What's happening next week? Trade towards that. Okay, so long story short, 90-day, we are only using Laplace distribution cones. We are not going to use the direction of volatility for this analysis. Okay, so there's no zero volatility here on the 90-day, 45-day. Will be the same thing because this is a new asset. There is some flashes there on the lower term ones, but I would prefer all 5 of them to flash to deploy the cone. So nothing crazy as of yet. 21-day, I think. Also, that's going to take a while to print. Not much, but I mean, you can get a general understanding of sort of what's going on here if you just look at the momentums. Okay, 14-day, we do not have a cone either, so this could be a quick analysis, guy. 7-day, we do have a cone, which is good. Okay, so we'll start from here. Let me do this before we do this. So we see this big wick to the downside. I'm going to quickly shuffle through all the time frames. Just watch that wick, and you'll see we got speed dial on, and then we'll get into the analysis so you can understand the general picture of what I'm doing. I'm zooming in to get mean reversion points. Okay, so we're just going to go down. Just watch this wick. Just watch this wick. See who it eventually touches. Nothing there, nothing there. We can see some intra-candle play. Nearly a nice little touch. Now we start calling them up on speed dial. 12-hour got you at the mean, my friend. This one, 6-hour, quite cool as well. Trying to keep it within the pink range. Anyway, keep watching that wick. That's the wick. It's the same wick. Alright, getting to the edge of the cone. Probabilities on the edge of the cone. Ooh, broke outside the 90-minute. Still the same wick down here. Hi, C.I.A. Laplace distribution. 45-minute cone. Yeah, okay, cool. Bye. Okay, cool. So that's the mean reversion of that big wick down. Sure, it's pretty good. 40 cents. 40 cents in a candle that moved like $4. Let's draw triangles and trend lines and Fibos. Okay, let's get into it. Any closes below, and this goes for the upside as well. Any closes below, we'll go 161.10 next week. Bearish. Any closes above, 61.10 next week. Bullish. Same effect here, we'll just leave them off in about the similar targets. I'd imagine this thing is more than volatile enough to break both blues for its direction. What do we see here? Any closes below 166, we do look for 99. Furthermore, any closes below that, I'll get there. Any closes below 166 leads to any closes below 157. Sorry, 150 and 73 cents, and then we start looking to the top side of the cone, but more than likely 97. So 97, blue and pinks matching up on the left and the right. So that's the 5-day cone. Let's go have a looky here. Not so gravy in the 3-day cone. We can sort of see what it may want to be trying to hold above 151.68 cents. I'll leave the 3-day cone for gray area. If you want to get super specific, its range would be 160.71 on the 24-hour cone and 151.50 157. So I'd imagine if it breaks either up or down, you're going to get your longer term signals. Okay, 24-hour done. Any closes above? Let's get bullish here. Or not bullish, let's just start with a bullish statement. 161.03 cents. Any closes above there? New highs 235. Any closes below 160.87? We're pretty much looking for 130.80. $130.80, but more than likely 111.20 cents. So that's the pink range. Any failures below the pink range, we do pretty much look for the middle of the data set. Anything above that, we are pushing to that 235 target. Okay, so now this is where next week's mean reversion and breakup is going to happen. You'll see on the 45-minute cone and on the 3-hour cone. Anyway, so we'll just keep it pretty simple here. Anything bullish, so this is the left-hand side of the cone. It's still in the pink range. Anyway, 166 to 140. Not so helpful right now, but this would be a lot more helpful. Any closes above pretty much 159.70 cents. You're rushing 189 quite easily, and I'm guessing this is now telling us that Palantir can put in a new high at 195. Yeah, okay, so what time frame was that? Just lost it. There. We need the blue one. Blue one. So any closes above there, ideally looking for the upside. Any closes below here, we do look for a better touch, which should be expected at a $140.80. Okay, now let's get into more actionable shit. Anything above 153 is bullish. Anything below 0.72 cents is bearish. Okay, pretty simple. Range 164 to 132 cents on the 6-hour. And 148.22 cents. So pink to pink. Gonna be a little bit of a fight, but here we'll pick up on this on the 3-hour. So what am I looking for here on the 3-hour? Well, pretty much it hit the bottom side of this cone, and until the new 3-hour prints, we pushing for the top side of that cone. So $250. What's going to hold us up? Pretty much the pink ranges. Again, nothing you can really do except trade to mean reversion until it decides to break out to the upside or the downside. 156 to 167 is pretty much the range for anything gravy to happen anytime soon. So break out of that, you're going to go up or down. So why does this matter? So we can see that on one of the cones, we're going to go from the bottom of the cone to the top side of the cone. Okay, now what's the general observation? General observation here on the 90-minute is, hey, buddy, if you don't print a new cone, aka have 50 flashes in volatility, as soon as we... So you'll watch this for pre-market. I suppose pre or post, whatever the hell it is, 163.80 cents is where I'd guess they're going to try to get it to in pre-market. Yeah, any closes above 160, pretty much a quick run into 178. You might even just see it in like one day. This is a very volatile signal when you do gain traction back into the cone. Yeah, any failures below that cone? Let's go have a looky. See 159.63 back to mean reversion on the 45-minute. Okay. Problem. Edge of the cone is here if you are a bear. What do you want? You want more zero flashes and volatility. Unfortunately, this 45-day candle has been going for like 1,500 look back. And I think if you could have deleted that black hole already, you would have. But you couldn't. Anyway, so here, 142. Anything above there, we're bullish. Anything below there, we're bearish. Anything for like price discovery to the upside into that 235 target, more specifically, comes from 165. Yeah, close below 165. Pretty bearish, because now you can transfer to the edge of the cone, 154, and the mean is below. So you can break outside of the cone. General idea being is, I'm sure if it comes down, it's going to try put in like a hidden bull div drive at the touch of 148. Yeah, 148 on this side is very far away. So if pre and post start creeping up into 163, I would imagine it breaks up. Okay, if pre and post starts creeping down, I would imagine it's going to 143. 15 minutes, same thing until the next 15-minute prints. This thing is, it's not bullish because it's obviously going down, but its intention is it's two 15-minute candles, and if it was a crypto, 2 15-minute candles, and you're back at 188-ish. Okay, so if you found this analysis helpful, please do like and subscribe. I'm going to keep it very simple because we did say the time frame. So I would imagine for next week, we're going to look at we're going to justify next week's targets just using the 3 hour. All right. Pretty much explained it. Above there, you're bullish. Below there, you're bearish. It's in a range from 166.40-ish to $152. Anything outside of that, cooking. Over here, we can see that market closed pretty much into this range. Same pink range as the 1 minute. Yeah. I'm getting a little bit of a heads up with that 45 and 90-minute code. So we'll see how it plays out. Like, subscribe, and I'll check you guys in the Discord. If you guys would like access to these alpha trading tools, you will see the link below. Alpha Trading Discord. They have like 5 free tools. Jump in there and come join us on the quant journey. Much power. Stay fucking wild.